Welcome back to the Bell Ringers podcast, where we talk all things
Sports betting.
and we sprinkle a little pop culture in here and there. Let's see, MLB starting tomorrow.
Yeah, we got some MLB, some NFL, very little NBA.
Yeah, no
March
NHL.
Madness back up, and as always, a draft at the end, which this week's draft is... What did we decide on? Oh, yeah.
Game of Thrones characters.
There we go.
I feel like everybody's seen the show, so everyone's got an opinion on which characters they like the most.
Yeah, we've done our little review or episode breakdown, so I feel like a lot of you guys might have seen them.
Oh, are we including House of Dragons?
Oh, yeah, the Game of Thrones characters.
Are they Game of Thrones characters?
I would count it. It's part of the Game of Thrones multiverse.
Oh.
Well, not, or just universe.
That's interesting. That changes my list up a little bit, right?
Oh, we can and we can't. It's up to...
Would you have any House of Dragons characters on there?
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, so we can just say that we're not including it then.
Yeah, it's probably better off. But quickly to go in the NFL, we have two quarterbacks signing with the same team. Giants thought they needed, money ball it. They need to recreate Daniel Jones on the aggregate with signing Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
God, a crazy move.
I got excited when Jameis Winston first signed because I think he signed over the weekend, and then Russell Wilson had to come in there and kind of screw it all up.
Big blunder is the Giants. I mean, obviously, the Giants having Hard Knocks last year gave us the most iconic moment of I'm going to lose a lot of sleep if Saquon goes to Philadelphia. I wouldn't trade that up for anything. But that being said, this would have been an awesome Hard Knocks.
Well, that was the off-season Hard Knocks, so we could still get them
mid-season. NFC East.
A preseason. Or like the training camp.
That's what they had last year, wasn't it?
No, I think it was the off-season.
Off-season, preseason, they do the
well,
same thing?
No, off-season was like signing guys, signing free agents, stuff like that.
So they didn't have the preseason?
We did, but I forget what team it was because it was on. I didn't really care for it. I think it might have been like I don't think it was Denver.
Okay. Are you sure? I thought Giants were preseason.
I'm positive.
Damn, I didn't realize they were doing 3 shows. I
know they're not anymore. No one wanted to be the team that did that. Did like the mistakes that they had. Oh, it was the Bears.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
Because you have they're trying to get the off-season one, which would be kind of cool, but I feel like that's usually when a lot of teams might not really want to have people around them.
Also, it's when you're just looking at general managers and shit. That's not really
but
not really what people want to see.
Some people might want to see the draft room and all that stuff.
Yeah. I also with that being a viral clip, I don't think they're going to agree to doing.
Well, yeah, no team wanted to agree to do that this year because of that, which makes sense. I mean, the deals are kind of low. Jameis got 2 years, $8 million, and with up to $16 million in incentives. Russ got 1 year, $21 million, with 10.5 of that guaranteed. He's still at the 3rd overall pick, but that QB room right now is Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and Tommy DeVito. Yeah, that would be a cool Hard Knocks just to see
that QB
what
room.
Is going. Yeah,
the QB room is iconic.
3 completely different personalities. I feel like.
Yeah, it's also gonna be exciting to see how Russell Wilson handles the criticism of the big New York fan base. That's not gonna be easy to.
Yeah,
I know he handles criticism well, but he's such a weird guy that when they don't play well, which they will not be playing well, it's gonna be interesting how he handles all because he's gonna get destroyed.
Well, he's just gonna have ChatGPT on a laptop in front of him that spits out all the answers because he just is a script reader.
Yeah, true.
He is not someone that is gonna give you weird snippets.
He's
Aaron
gonna get
Rodgers
destroyed
does.
For that too. But anyway,
but I don't think that cares. I don't think he cares about that.
Yeah, Giants. It's gonna be a rough another year.
He thinks he's Jameis Winston in terms of pregame speeches and stuff like that. And it's gonna be kind of funny to see just even if Jameis isn't starting, I feel like he's got to be the guy that gives a pregame speech.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He's the locker room guy for sure. Is that all of our NFL?
No, we also have the Patriots signing Stephon Diggs at 3 years, $69 million.
This was a cool
So
one.
They got their wide receiver, but not A.J. Brown. So.
Yeah, well, they were never going to A.J. Brown.
It might be nice to see Stephon Diggs be the main, the definitive wide receiver one in the team again.
Yeah.
I think it's good for Drake May to get a wide receiver to throw to because they definitely did need one.
Absolutely.
Because I think they only have Mac Hollins and Booty and stuff like that after. They don't really.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who else they had.
Jalen Polk, Keyshawn.
Polk, yeah, Polk is the young guy.
Still don't really have high expectations for the team.
The Patriots? No, I still don't think they're going to be great. Stephon Diggs isn't that big. I mean, he's obviously a great wide receiver, but you're getting him pretty late in his career, I think, at this point, and he's not the kind of guy that completely flips a team around. Now, they didn't have a great year, so I'm sure they have some draft picks, too, they could make some waves with, but...
Yeah, I mean, they do have a decent draft pick. Other than that, though, we have... looks like the Titans are going to draft Cam Ward first overall. We'll do a deeper draft analysis at another time when we get closer to it, but the odds of Cam Ward to go first overall have dropped all the way down to minus 1,000.
Yeah,
So
well, he had a electric pro day where he came out beforehand and pretty much said like, I'm gonna like solidify that number one spot today, and he balled out. Which again, no one really balled out at the combine. So
Well, yeah, because none of the good quarterbacks were up there.
but good for him. That'd be exciting.
I guess let's get this NBA news out of the way quickly. Damian Lillard is out indefinitely due to a blood clot in his calf. Two NBA players out this season with blood clots.
Mm-hmm. Was it Wemby, right?
Yeah, Wemby and now Damian Lillard. I mean, fearful with Wemby being so young but also huge. But Lillard's kind of getting up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's going to be, Chris Bosh scenario where this ends up being a long-term thing where he has to retire.
Yeah.
Not looking good for the Bucks. Doesn't really help him out.
Speaking of retire, sorry to go back to NFL, but I heard this is kind of like being big news right now that people are talking about. I saw somebody have a ridiculous take on it, but Puka Nacua has announced that he only sees himself. He's 23 years old, and he would only see himself playing another like 7 years. Like once he hits like 30, he thinks he's ready to go. I don't want to say the wrong name, but somebody kind of stubbier, bald dude. But he came out and said, like, I'm disgusted by this. Like, if I'm a GM or a head coach, like, I don't want to, like, you're 23, you're still in a rookie contract, and you're already thinking about retiring. Like, if I had this guy and I see that he makes this play, like, I want him off my team. The other analyst was a former player. He goes, spoken clearly as someone that's never played in the NFL. Like, I did the same exact thing when I started. Like, dude, like, the guy's like, this is a privilege. Like, you should be, like, being an NFL player is a privilege. It's not something that you just already think about retiring. It's like, dude, like, this is a extremely physical sport. And, yeah, you're going to make the money to support your family, more than enough money to support your family. Like, it's not ridiculous. Like, a wide receiver is a vulnerable position. People get the shit kicked out of them at wide receiver. Like, it's not absurd for him to make a plan and be like, I want to do my 7 years, get my big contract. He's gonna get a big contract, make more than enough money to support him and his kids' families. It's not ridiculous for him to be already thinking about like a retirement.
I mean, it's also like oh yeah, just because this guy says he's only gonna play 7 years, I'm gonna trade him. It's like that. If he said maybe 1 year, it's like all right, yeah, try and get something. But he said 7.
Yeah,
it's not like he's leaving tomorrow.
He's covering your max contract next. Yeah, like dude, like
he's gonna play through 2 more contracts.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. Like
it's not like he's saying I don't want to play football. He's just saying, hey, I want to be able to have a brain when I'm 50, which I think is kind of like I mean, you don't maybe necessarily want to have it thrown out there to like the whole league, but like you probably rather have like your player like tell you like, yeah, this is my plan. I'm going to give you guys what I can for these years, but my plan is to retire at this point. This way you can kind of structure the team knowing that he's probably going to leave at that time.
Yeah, if anything, you're giving them a heads up and
be like,
what
all right,
to build for.
A year or two before he's 30 when he's like 28, it's like maybe we need to find another wide receiver to go, come behind.
I'm borderline. I mean, I guess trade. But like if you finish your contract with a guy and like he's going to play till the end of, like say the Rams give him a max contract, then give him like a 3-year deal. Like say a 4 5 and 3, whatever they give him. Like that after that second contract, he's leaving and he's not gonna like hurt you on another team. Like he's gonna he probably like if the Rams are willing, Puka could spend his entire career with the Rams, and he'll like that's like with us losing a couple, like 2 guys in the last 2 years that have done that. Fan bases love those guys. Like we just lost Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey last year, drafted by the team, retired with the team, never went anywhere else. There's nothing more heartwarming than seeing that retirement speech and that guy being like, I remember when I was drafted here, whether they were not drafted high and they built their way up. Like and Puka wasn't a high draft pick. Like it's a great story and you love for that to be on your team the entire time. Like
it helps when you win though.
It does help when you win, absolutely. But like if he's a stud player.
No, I know. And I mean, he's already played 2 years, so it's like, I mean, I think the average NFL career is probably like maybe 2-3 years. So you're saying, oh yeah, he had a 10-year career. It's not short.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, I know we did do NBA, but it's already over. But back to NFL, now we have to see where Aaron Rodgers goes
because he was rumored for Giants a little bit.
Yeah, too, now it's maybe just Pittsburgh. Does he want to go up to the Steel City?
Oakland still needs a quarterback too, right?
Well, no, I mean they got Geno.
Oh, Geno, you're right.
They got Geno. I mean, the Browns might take, but I mean the Browns also might sign Kirk. It's really only Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins left, to be honest. They have to go places.
Yeah, I don't know if his ego he want to do it, but would you retire at this point? Like you stole money from the Jets. You made money.
I think he's gonna go out there and get a bag somewhere.
You think he's gonna bag?
He's getting at least $20 million.
He hasn't. The last 2 seasons, he has not been of any value.
Some team is going to give him $20 million. People just gave Russell Wilson $20 million. I think Aaron Rodgers can get that. I think Justin Fields also got like $20 million.
It's just
quarterback
crazy.
Contracts start very high.
I was just gonna say the lowest rate for most quarterback contracts is around $20 million. So Like, probably, he is gonna get at least like I say like I mean what's 20 million though like 20 million's a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I mean.
compared to other quarterbacks,
Yeah.
it's not massive,
You're
but
you
like
think he's gonna get a bag? I'm like, a bag to me is
yeah,
$20,000.
that's a good point. I meant bag is it for quarterbacks, not like yeah. He might maybe make 20 million, Ryan. That's a good point. A bag is a bag.
MLB, as Tyler said, does start officially tomorrow as we record this on Wednesday, the 26th of March.
Let's go.
Well, it starts for everyone except for the Cubs and the Dodgers, who that started for them, a month ago. Very pumped, especially as we're getting kind of a little bit better weather here in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nice to be able to go to the ballpark, try those new foods out for you guys. Definitely be getting upset at the bullpen and different things at times, but right now hopes are all as high as you can get.
Oh yeah.
Before they just bring him down. We did trade a pitcher, Tyler Phillips, to the Marlins today, though, for cash, which is one of the things that pisses me off the most.
Trading players for cash.
Just get cash. Get nothing back in return.
Yeah. It's hard to see. Like, they're doing it for a reason. They have a plan, but like just sitting here watching a player go and getting nothing in return is hard.
It's basically just like, I'm assuming it's like we're going to waive this guy or he's just going to sit in the minors. He's not going to have a plan to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So might as well get this cash that we can hopefully use to sign someone else eventually.
Yeah.
Or send in a trade for another player. But it just gets annoying when it's like we're losing a guy and we don't get a guy in return.
How much cash did we get? Did we get a bag?
I don't know what we get. That's MLB never discloses that.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's enough for a laundry machine or if it's I don't know if it's semi-pro where we just got a washer and dryer.
That would be funny if it was like $2,000, but they still class like, oh yeah, they got him for good cash. Like, actually, like that means nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
just cash considerations.
Yeah.
My other favorite thing you can get back is player to be named later. Just arbitrary player later, which can show up in 2 years. But yeah, you remember that trade? We got this guy now for it.
Yeah, we loaned him to them, and now the deal's finally made.
All right, moving on to the main segment of the night as we talk about March Madness.
Main segment of the month, Ryan.
Yeah, well,
it's named after it.
yeah, but it did only start last week. We head into the Sweet 16 tomorrow. Not really any Cinderella stories left, Ty.
No, honestly, the one that is left, I fucking hate.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Julia, but I was not happy that I had Kansas winning. And I had Kansas winning a couple games.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought Harpence, that was a pretty mean thing to do, keeping that from us. I mean, I know we've learned this at one point, but you can't expect me to remember that.
Yeah.
You gotta remind me that, so I pick them to win and move forward. I had them losing the first round. I forget to.
So did I. Kansas. Just for reference, our buddy's dating his girlfriend Julia, who is from Arkansas or Kansas, and sent us a picture like of her wearing the gear, and then Ty said like, "Oh, she wants to know did either of you pick Kansas in the first round?" We're like, we both picked Kansas to win that game. So, sorry, Julia. But,
I mean, it does stink to not really have any Cinderellas, but it's going to make for better basketball.
Absolutely. And makes for better brackets. My bracket's looking pretty good.
Me picking Gonzaga in the Final Four was a bad decision. I thought one team would make it, and, Houston was just a better team.
Yeah, absolutely was a better team. I didn't have Gonzaga getting out of the first round, so that was my loss as well. As I had them Georgia winning, but Georgia immediately losing after that. So
I did correctly pick both of the 12-5 upsets with Colorado State,
which is crazy. That is
over Memphis and McNeese State over Clemson, and that Amir Khan kid. He got 3 NIL deals. He was ready to keep going to the Final Four, and it just gets cut short. But apparently he's also leaving McNeese State to go to NC State with his coach Will Wade. I don't know if that was, connected at all, or because it's a little weird.
Yeah. You go to a team for a coach if you're able to follow him.
He's the team manager, though. He's not a player.
Oh, manager. Oh.
Yeah, no, he's not a player. That's what I
no.
mean.
Yeah, no,
he's
that's
just a student manager.
Okay. Yeah, that is a little more questionable then. There was a buzzer beater by Maryland. Who's Maryland playing?
Maryland was playing Colorado State, Derek Queen. One cool thing about that was they call a timeout. They go to the huddle. And I forget Maryland's coach's name, but, Terp's coach asks, who wants the ball? And Derek Queen says, I want that motherfucking ball. That's pretty, to then say that and then go on to make it is pretty sweet. Pretty sure he's from Baltimore, too, so, hometown kid, just being like, give me that motherfucking ball.
Let me ask you this, though. How is that confirmed that that's what he said? Did the
coach said it?
Coach said it? Okay, good. Because I was going to say, do you remember how long all Eagles fans were watching that Saquon Barkley run? It looked like Saquon looked at Jalen Hurts and said, like, watch this. And he was actually asking him a question about the play or something like that. He's like, "Oh, I actually didn't say that at all." I mean, it makes for a cooler clip if you guys are hearing that.
No, it was the post game interview. The coach said he's like, "Yeah, Derek came up to me and goes, give me the motherfucking ball." And then the sideline reporter also asked Derek Queen about it, and he clearly laughed. So
yeah, that's awesome. That is big to call a play out like that, and then you win a buzzer beater in the March Madness.
And then we had Dan Hurley in a freak out after a loss to Florida.
Yeah, bad luck.
He's a reporter filmed post-game rant where he said, and I quote, I'm not saying these curse words, so don't get mad.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't f*** you like they f***ed us. I hope they don't do that to you, Baylor. I don't get the Baylor part.
I think the team that he lost to was going on to play Baylor.
No, they're playing Maryland.
Oh, really? So I don't know then. Maybe those refs, were going to Baylor.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, that was actually probably the case. Baylor was probably playing that night.
Yeah.
You're definitely right. Then the communications director told said reporter that he will ruin his life if he doesn't delete the video.
Well, he didn't.
He didn't. He's since apologized, and the reporter said he is letting it all go and forgive and forget.
I swear, I'm not going to ruin his life anymore.
But I think, there's some discourse over, Dan Hurley's a little too much of a dick, or he's, he freaks out a little too much, which, might be sort of true, at least with the dickhead statement. But I mean, if you're not like,
you're really mad that you lost, like,
you're gonna be mad you lost. Like,
yeah,
I don't really, and he's not doing anything to the kids. Like, he's not Bobby Knight throwing a chair at a student.
Yeah, he didn't punch a ref or fucking spin their face. Like, he got mad, and when he was walking back to the locker room, he yelled about the refs. Like, that's I can get over that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would rather my coach do that, honestly.
I mean,
rather than be a little passionate and get upset.
Also, he's putting a lot of his anger towards the refs and not you.
Yeah.
Again, I'm looking at that as if I'm walking back to after we just lost and upset, and the coach is screaming about the refs, I'm pretty happy. I'm like, all right, he's not reading my ass as much as I thought he was going to be. As a player, I kind of like that.
Especially, I just gave you back-to-back national championships. I don't think you should really be pushing them out, unless if you're a fan of a team that doesn't, or is a UConn hater. Maybe you're a Big East team like Villanova. Maybe then you're like, Dan Hurley needs to be kicked out of the league.
Yeah,
that's way too far.
Unprofessional is what it is, Ryan.
He could kill one of those.
Yeah, those are children he's in front of.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can't hurt me.
Mm-hmm. Words always hurt me. I was gonna say, if do we have any more actual straight up news?
Well, I do have in the women's tournament, Juju Watkins tore her ACL. Very tough to see. I mean, she's probably by far the best college women's basketball player right now. And she was very good last year. So it kind of stinks to see her go out as being one of the more entertaining players in the tournament. And it did happen right after she was sitting next to Jaden Daniels.
What are you trying to ensue some juju?
Might be. I mean, they were sitting together, looked like they're having a cute time. And then Jaden Daniels' mom steps right in between them and sits down. That woman does not want her son to have kids or just have a love life at all.
Fast forward to when old ass Debo Samuel sitting next to Jaden Daniels and then gets hurt, and then he's like, "Oh wait, do you guys remember when that happened?"
He's got some bad luck around him.
Yeah,
Be a little careful.
No one sit next to him.
Oh, one thing else I did see it. I don't have like the picture right here. I think I can get it up. But I mean, looking at like all the teams left in the tournament where each player started college. There's almost no college that has more than 2 players, like starting at their college.
Really? So all transfer portal?
I mean, I think Alabama doesn't even have the most Alabama players that started in the tournament. I think they have one that started their college, and someone else has another one.
Yeah. So like majority of these teams didn't commit to that school initially.
No. Yeah, exactly. Or even like start there, which I like. I like transferring and stuff like that, the NIL, but it kind of becomes too much when it might be one of the reasons why we're not seeing these.
Underdog stories?
Yeah, like the mid-majors making it because, if you look at a lot of that, there's a lot of the mid-majors on there. They have players in the tournament, but they've transferred out.
Right. Like, once they start balling out, they're like, I can possibly win this thing if I go to one of the other teams.
I can go to Duke it's also like they can get like more attraction, maybe go to the NBA.
Right, absolutely.
And it also makes it harder, kind of to love or fall in love with the team as every single season the players change out.
Kind of is my problem with college sports in general is if I try to commit to a team, I'll watch them and they're like, oh, dude, I love this guy. He goes in the NFL or he goes professional. It's like, oh, well, I just loved that guy. Or
thankfully, college football's not as bad because they have to be there for 3 years.
Right.
Or 2 or 3 years, but college basketball only being 1, and I feel like there's a lot more transferring.
As soon as somebody on your team starts balling out, it's like, okay, he's gone.
Yeah, like Cooper Flag, cool story, and he's gone.
He's gone.
To the Sixers.
Hopefully, maybe.
But looking at our slate for tomorrow, we have number 6 BYU versus Alabama to start off the night at 7:09.
Mm-hmm.
Are you believing in the Mormons? Or are you gonna roll Tide?
I was just gonna say. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm Alabama. I had BYU losing to Wisconsin, so
I had BYU losing to VCU in the first round, so I am definitely going Bama.
okay, cool. Yeah,
I think looking at our brackets, I think I need very certain things to happen to, beat you.
I'm gonna turn you into a Kentucky hater.
Yep.
Honestly, Kentucky would be a massive switch for you.
I told my Tennessee coworker if they lose, Tennessee and him are dead to me.
Oh yeah.
I have to work with this guy every day, all day.
I mean, they lost to Kentucky twice, so
it's hard to beat a team 3 times tied.
I was gonna say I knew that would be like what superstition do you believe? Like, I mean, also, right? You're talking about one of the underdog story. Kentucky's a 3. That's at least something.
That's real underdog.
It's better than all the 1 seeds left.
I had Gonzaga in there. I had an 8 seed. That was my underdog.
I know. Well, now you can pull for Kentucky. It's a fun story.
I'm just gonna pull for Arkansas. All right. Next up on the list, we got Florida 4 versus Maryland, 4 Maryland versus 1 Florida. Sorry, get my numbers all mixed up.
Which me and you both have being in that spot, which is some solid picks on our behalf. I mean, no real upsets. Oh no, UConn losing kind of put us in that good spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, UConn, that wasn't an upset. They were 8 seed.
Oh, right. For some reason, I thought UConn was a big upset, but no.
Who do you have coming out of that, Florida or Maryland?
I do have Florida coming out of it,
That's what
though.
I thought, yeah.
I mean, all supporting Maryland for Holly's family, obviously, but you're not beating Florida.
No.
I can only go so far for you guys.
I support the Big Ten for as much as I can, but at the same time, I don't want to see another Big Ten team win things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So outside of, we both have Florida.
The next game will be 4 Arizona versus 1 Duke, which I had Arizona losing, I think, in the first round.
Yep.
But I mean, Duke's my winner for the whole thing, so obviously I'm rolling for Duke.
I had
Duke
Arizona
and my Cooper flag.
Had Arizona versus Duke. I have Duke winning as well. Another great picks from your boy. Put me in first place. Let's see. Our next game on the list is the 10 seed Arkansas versus the 3 seed Texas Tech at 10:09.
Obviously, I didn't have, like I said, Arkansas here. I had them. I had St. John's beating Kansas, so Arkansas was out in the first round for me.
Yeah, I had Texas Tech being here, but
I had Texas Tech beating St. John's. So as long as Texas Tech wins, I keep getting
that
points.
is something for you. I had St. John's going to the Final Four, so that hurt me.
Texas Tech winning gets me points, and then Kentucky losing for you would help me out.
Right. Well, that's not going to happen, Ryan.
I don't know. I think we had a chance.
And I don't love that. I actually do need to root for Arkansas now. I didn't know that, but I do actually have to root for Arkansas now. All right, Julia, I'm on board. Going into Friday, so that was our Thursday slate. Going into Friday, start us off at 7 o'clock. The 6 seed Ole Miss versus the 2 seed Michigan State. Who do you have here?
Well, here's another one. I had Iowa State here.
I had Iowa State.
Iowa State is out. So
yeah, I had Iowa State playing Auburn in the next round. So I did have Michigan State though. So I
had Michigan State, but I had them losing Iowa State. But I think this is one where I will root for Michigan State because I don't have a dog in the fight. But Michigan State, I like Tom Izzo. He's a good coach.
I kind of who's the I'm sorry. What were the seeds in that? Who were the Ole Miss was the lower seed,
6.
right?
There's 6-2.
I will be rooting for Ole Miss then because I would love an easier matchup for Auburn next round.
That's a fair point.
So I have Auburn going all the way and winning. So I want Auburn to not have to verse the harder teams.
This is a fair point. I mean, I would kind of prefer that as myself. I mean, I have them in the championship, but losing to my Dukies.
Mm-hmm. And then this is the game I 100% will be watching. I will be locked into the TV, not doing multiple screens. It is my boys, the 3 seed Kentucky versus the 2 seed Tennessee. Great matchup. Lot on stakes. What's this? What's the stakes?
The stakes are high.
The stakes are high in this game for our bracket. Sorry, I don't know. A lot at stake. That's what I was trying to say. Is a lot at stake.
Same thing.
But that's what I was.
The stakes are well done.
Stakes are grilling. 3 seed Kentucky versus 2 seed Tennessee at 7:39. I have Kentucky playing Auburn in the finals, so obviously I need Kentucky to win. Ryan,
I forgot you have Kentucky going that far. This is huge for me then.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a big deal, right? So Ryan obviously is rooting for my downfall because he's in last place in our league and I'm in first place. So
Well, I mean, it's all
facts.
it is, but these things don't matter as long as you get the better teams you get your teams to the Final Four and whatnot.
Yeah, very true, very true. All points count though. So yes, I have Kentucky winning against Tennessee. Little side fact: Ryan is throwing in my face. It's hard to win 3 times, but Kentucky beat Tennessee both times that they played them in the regular season. Yes, there is that stupid cliche it's hard to be a team 3 times, but I disagree. So
We'll see.
yeah,
We'll
we
see.
will see. That's gonna be a huge game.
Right after that, you got number 5 Michigan versus number 1 Auburn. I think this is Michigan did win the Big Ten, but I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, I pray they don't. Auburn's my boys. So yes, games at 9:39. Obviously, just said I have Auburn going all the way, so I want Auburn to demolish Michigan, and it's gonna be fun because for this game I think I'll also be locked in because I will pull up the YouTube or not the YouTube, the Barstool live feed,
stream, yeah.
just going head to head against Dave Portnoy is gonna be a lot of fun to
Yeah, that's
enjoy.
gonna be a good one. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's gonna be probably fun.
I haven't checked in on that enough this March Madness yet.
I watched it. I think the first day. Remember, I was texting about the Jersey Jerry or what was it? Rico Bosco.
No, it was Jerry. I think you said. And then I think we only have the one game left for Friday. 4 Purdue versus 1 Houston. I mean, this is the game I'm gonna probably fall asleep during because not that it's a bad game, but I have no man in the fight. There's nothing I'm rooting for in this matchup.
You don't have either of those.
Nope,
teams?
I don't have either of those. teams
Gonzaga
left,
was
so.
one upset, and then who'd you have coming out? McNeese.
Yeah, so this means nothing for me.
I have Houston going to the Final Four.
Okay,
so you
so
can
I can root against Houston. Okay, I thought I had nothing to go for in this
No,
one.
I didn't have Purdue being here. I had Clemson beating Purdue, which obviously didn't happen. Clemson got walked in the first round to stupid ass McNeese, but
All right, it's good Boilermakers. I don't really like the fact I'm rooting for you because I don't think you're going to win the game.
and you also are not a fan of Purdue. I feel like no one likes Purdue in our group.
Well, they're a Big Ten school.
Yeah,
right. Well,
sure.
I won't really say rival because they're not really good at basketball, but
Right. You actually gonna root for him? Cause
yeah, I mean I'm going to root for your bracket to lose. Yes.
I know it's unbelievable, right? It really is hurtful. I mean, we have a podcast together. You think we'd be closer?
I'm a competitive guy.
all right. So looking at just a recap of where we're sitting, I lost one of my Final Four teams with St. John's. You lost one with Gonzaga, right?
Mm-hmm.
And did you have? No, you had Texas Tech losing to Florida. Florida taking that spot, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I currently have
We both have Auburn and Duke.
I have 6 Elite 8 teams left. I've only lost Gonzaga and Iowa State.
6 Elite 8 teams left. I have 6 as well. I lost St. John's, Iowa State. Yeah, those are my 2. So, I mean, we're doing good. I'm excited. Dude, like when we recap, I'm trying to think about what game we'll be on by next Tuesday or Wednesday.
I don't know if there will be any.
It'll be completely done.
Well, no, it won't be completely done, but I don't think we'll have games to talk about, but I don't know what
What round we'll be on?
I can pretty sure this will probably have it.
I mean, will we
see
be on the
here.
final? Like, will the 4 be done too?
I don't think so.
You have Thursday, Friday, and then no, I can't.
So Saturday we have 2 Elite 8 games, Sunday 2 Elite 8 games, and then Saturday, like the next Saturday. So we'll have the Final Four to talk about.
That all the ultimate left is the Final Four.
Final Four, and then
that's
that
awesome.
Monday will be the championship game.
Damn, Monday championship game.
Well, it always is.
That's. I mean, they gotta figure that out.
Yeah. No, I remember coming home from like a lacrosse game on the bus from high school, like on the way back from like a away game, watching
Yeah.
Villanova.
Yeah. All right, that is our March Madness recap.
Real quick before we go to the draft, I want to shout out my Penn State Nittany Lions winning the men's wrestling championship for like the 3rd time in a row and the 12th time in the last 13 years.
All right.
Just an absolute dynasty of a college football college program.
Yeah, you got some solid wrestlers.
Yeah, we also got a new one, Ono Monosuke or my.
Inosuke?
No, it's spelled pretty similar.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get him up. Or like he's a world champion out of Japan.
Beast breather.
Seems like a cool guy. And he's Masanosuke Ono, wrestling.
Okay.
He seems a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
shout
also
out to him.
sick. You can't get NIL money, so kind of helps out.
The Game of Thrones draft.
Yeah, I really wish I would have written down character names because I don't.
I'm like,
I'm just gonna. I mean, I can rip off the dome,
I,
but
I was gonna say I'm pretty confident I can rip off the dome and not be too mad about it. What was our last draft? Awkward moments.
Yeah. Let me see
And
if we
I think
have.
I had the first. I didn't think either of us were gonna take any of each other's picks, but
Looks like I won 3 votes to 1.
yeah, that was a low voted draft, but it's all right. We try to be a little different with a draft, and yeah, clearly people weren't a fan of it. So
This one's gonna be kind of tricky because it's. I mean, it's just gonna be, I guess, like what we like. It's not gonna be like based on strength, right? Right.
I mean, we're not building a lineup. Really.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
We're not fighting with each other with both these teams.
All right, so I'm going 1-1.
1-1.
Just give me the OG Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. I mean, it is a great pick. I cannot get mad about that pick, Rye. I will be taking Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah.
That Tyrion. That's a easy pick for me.
No, you said Tywin. You said
I said Tyrion. I just mispronounced Tyrion.
Yeah,
Tyrion Lannister.
Put it on the board. That's just pick.
Yeah, my name's pronounced Ty, not Teeler. So I messed it up when I was reading it. But yeah, Tyrion Lannister. This next pick, I feel like I have a character that I love and want to take. No, I can't. I can't not. Give me Daenerys Targaryen.
That's a good one. That probably would have been.
Mother of Dragons needs to be taken. She's such a pivotal role in the movie, in the show.
I think might have to go with Robb Stark.
Robb Stark. Okay. I love Robb Stark. He's such a great character, but
I don't want to just pick all out of one family.
I knew I was gonna say that is an extremely bold move, just taking the Starks.
Well, I know, but I'm a big Stark rider. I'm a big.
Yeah, no shit. It's the good family
Yeah.
in the whole show, but there's still so many great characters in the show. You can pick villains. You don't have to pick all the good guys.
Yeah, but the villains are just gross. I'm trying to think of what villain I would take that I actually like. Oh, Peter Baelish, Littlefinger.
I can't believe that persuasion worked. Give me Arya Stark, please. That was amazing. I'm so happy I got Arya. I'll take Arya, and then with my fourth and final pick, Queen Bad. Give me Cersei Lannister.
Yeah, that's gross.
I have to. She was the greatest villain of the entire show.
I don't know, Littlefinger. Yeah.
She was way fucking bigger than Littlefinger.
Well, bigger, yeah, but I think Littlefinger was a cooler character.
Yeah, in the shadows, making little schemy moves. Cersei was blowing up churches.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? My final pick, going with my man, favorite character in the whole show, Red Viper, Prince Oberyn Martell.
Oh, golly. What a draft.
Just what a guy. One of the strongest, one of the best duelists. Yes, he did get his head blown up, but
you killed her. You killed her children. Yeah, sad way to go. Won the fight, lost the fight, but I mean, I'm excited for this. I'm
recapping our Game of Thrones characters draft. I got Jon Snow, Robb Stark, Littlefinger, Peter Baelish, and Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Alrighty. And I got Tyrion Lannister, Daenerys Targaryen, Arya Stark, and ended it with Cersei Lannister. Bad bitch. I got a well-rounded squad here. I do have 2 Lannisters, which is a bold move. But Tyrion's barely a Lannister. He's mostly just a great character. Swap sides, turns on him. I'm happy. I'm very.
I almost thought about taking Jaime Lannister over Cersei.
Honestly, my issue with Jaime Lannister is he had this big like character arc that kind of like fell apart when he just went back to Cersei in the end. At the end, like he left her to go fight with the people, the living, in the big battle against the White Walkers, and then like just to go running back to her after that too, and like to die with her. Like it was just like. I don't know really what I expected him to do. Like he wasn't gonna fight against the King's Landing, but I don't know. It was like they had to really hammer him. Like, all right, this brother and sister, really do love each other. They're gonna die together here.
Yeah, well, they did.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I didn't like the way his arc ended with going back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but at the same time,
he became a really cool character in that moment when he left her to go.
I think it also would have been kind of weird if he just he's like, I'm gonna like leave that sister that I loved in more ways than one.
Right.
To just get destroyed by Daenerys.
It makes I mean,
I think that would have been more of a weirder character end.
Yeah, I mean, he falls in love with Brianna Tarth. With that, they did smash.
Did they?
Pretty sure they smashed. I'm fairly confident they did. I think he betted her.
Not so sure about that.
I think he betted her. Yeah. She definitely had like not a sex scene, but she was I want to say deflowered at the end of the show. Show me the scene that.
I don't want to see the scene. There's definitely some good characters we left off.
Oh shit! Yeah, great call. This is definitely a
I mean-
moment for honorable mentions. The Hound, Eddard Stark, Ned, OG.
Oh, all right. I might be right. Season 8, episode 4. Oh, so it was like the last season. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't.
Yeah, no shit, right? That's when she went. That's when they went back.
That doesn't. That season doesn't count.
Bran was kind of ass. Joffrey was a. I mean, he's just.
Yeah, Joffrey
He
was
was
one
too dislikable to pick.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean, it's a good villain.
Yeah, but like he didn't do like really anything.
Oh well,
that
yeah.
badass.
No, yeah.
He was just annoying.
Jorah Mormont was a good one.
Jorah Mormont was a good one. Yes.
Dario Naharis was cool. They did have like 3 different actors for him.
Bronn, not Bran. Tyrion's like.
Yeah,
sellsword.
yeah. I almost he was on my thoughts. I mean, if we kept going, I might have thought about it.
Yeah.
Khal Drogo was a great character for the beginning,
my
but
God.
he didn't really.
He didn't last, but yeah. Jason Momoa, great. Like first time ever seeing him. I know he kind of did some acting as a
Why
kid.
can't I find this?
Marjorie Terrell.
Yeah, it's I kind of when you were lining up the first one, you said I thought you were gonna pick her.
I know she's not like she was just so damn hot and was a cool character with the way she handled Joffrey and Tommen, but
Kind of just annoying.
I never was displeased with her.
Well,
once.
yeah, I mean it's kind of easy just to look past all that.
She never made me upset 1 minute.
I don't know why I can't find the one of the people on the other side of the wall.
Rat looking dude or
No, he was a humongous. He loved Brianna Tarth.
Greymane or Thorn. What's the Viking's name? Wildling. Thorman Giantsbane.
There you go, Thorman.
Thorman. What did I say? Thorin? I was close.
Yeah, well,
Thorman, he's a great character. His whole obsession with Brianna Tarth was hilarious too. When he's describing her to the Hound, he's like, "Are you talking about Brianna Tarth?" He's like, "So you have met her." Oh, that is great.
Both Clegane Bulls are pretty good.
Both Clegane guys are good. Little Baratheon that goes off with Arya. He's cool. Renly.
Oh.
No, not Renly. Renly's the.
Tormund?
What was his name?
Oh, the bastard?
The bastard.
I forget. He was kind of cool, but that would have been no way one of my picks.
One of the weirdest sex scenes to add into a show was him and Arya. Like,
Yeah, I
obviously they were
guess.
fooling around, but it was just
Oh, Gendry.
Gendry. That's what it was. Yeah, Gendry. The guys that went on that mission to get the wildling, the dude with the fire sword, and he was really cool too. And
Yeah,
the
I'm
priest.
trying to see the one guy that cut Theon's dick off. That was a good one. They just hit him. Bolton. Was it Ramsey Bolton?
Oh,
him as a
Ramsay.
character was wild. Just a nut job.
Yeah, he was a great. I mean,
The whole Bolton family.
him torching Theon was huge, and then he doubled down and he raped Sansa.
Yeah, and I just like the whole I forget what's that battle called? Battle of the Bastards.
Battle of
Yeah,
the Bastards.
I mean that was sweet just because
and he killed the other Stark too.
Yeah,
Rickon.
Well, that's it because in that John's he's like how about me and you fight, whoever wins is their whole army's a winner, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna win, so I'm just gonna let my bigger army do it. And
I'm gonna lose that fight, so I'm not gonna do that.
Loses the battle, and
Yeah.
then he goes, oh, I'll do it now, and starts shooting bow and arrows at him, and John just catches every single one in the shield and then bashes his head.
Yeah, great scene. Great show, great draft. Like we said, next week, by the time we come back, we will be not announcing, you will probably already know, but we'll be recapping the remaining final 4 of March Madness. We could cover some of the MLB, see how the Phillies have been doing so far. Yeah, maybe we'll have a landing spot for Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe politics. Maybe he's gonna go the Republican side. That's his landing spot.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, helps RFK with Wasn't he back in RFK?
Well, yeah, he was possibly gonna be his running mate.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Or
Yeah,
maybe help him with the Department of Health.
yeah. You never know.
I
He'll
mean,
be serving ayahuasca to kids in school.
That would be something I think he would want to do.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I have good ideas. RFK. We could talk about the JFK files. It was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through that many pages of those.
Yeah, Riley, hold on, let's pull them up and discuss them. So, thank you guys all for watching. I hope your guys' brackets are doing well, like mine is, not Ryan's, but
I'll be all right. Please, as always, follow us on or subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/thebellringerspod and follow us on our social medias at bellringerspod on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Like, subscribe, follow, all
Comment.
those good things. Yeah, comment, vote.
please go vote.
I mean,
If you haven't
I
voted
don't-
before, please go
Yeah,
out and vote. Your vote matters.
Yeah, vote. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to register to vote for us.
Yeah, and don't let people convince you that your vote doesn't count for anything. It
You
counts.
can also be under 18 to vote for us.
That's true. Yeah, send this to your kids. Like, let's get our whole audience.
Yeah.
We're covering all demographics here. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and
see you next week.
yeah, see you next week.